Okay, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Ryan. Welcome po sa aking first video sharing. This is all about introduction to biology, and I hope and you can learn something from me. And I'm a former teacher po ng science, especially sa biology po. And then before I proceed with this video sharing, I would like to thank the one who prepared this slide. So it's very helpful for me so that I can share this slide, especially introduction to biology. Okay, so before po we start, please like and share this video and click the notification bell and please subscribe on my channel and para po marami po tayong matutunan. Okay po, so let's start with introduction to biology. Okay, so let's begin. All right, so we have, okay, the first slide, we have the introduction to biology. What are the characteristics of living things? So as we go along with this video sharing about biology, we'll be talking about only the characteristics of living things. Okay, so first we have what are the characteristics of living things. Okay, so before we go to the characteristic, let us first define what is biology. So biology, we can hear this from especially in school, in the laboratories. But what is biology? So biology is the science of life, okay, and studies the living things. Okay, so it originated from two terms, so the Greek words. Okay, we have bios, meaning life, and then logia or logi, meaning study or branch of study. So that is the meaning of biology, the study of life and study of living things. Okay, and under it, we have the five kingdoms, okay, that we will be knowing as we go along with the other video sharing. We have the kingdom animalia or the animals. Okay, people are included here. We have the fungi. We have the plantae or the plants. We have the protista. Okay, and we have the bacteria. Okay, so these are the five kingdom. So in each kingdom there are other phylums and orders. So those are the organization in each kingdom in uh, in living things. Okay. By the way, you can get a piece of paper and then your ball pen or your pencil that if there are other words that I can brought out here, I can bring here. You can jot it down so that it will be an additional knowledge for us. Okay. So next we have characteristic of all living things. So we have eight. No, so I have researched eight. So we have made up of cells. Okay, reproduce based on universal genetic code, grow and develop, obtain and use material and energy, respond to their environment, maintain a stable internal environment, and as a group, change over time. Okay, so we will be discussing this uh, eight now for the succeeding slides. Okay, so made up of cells. First one. Okay, all living things are made of cells or made up of cells. So the cell is the basic unit of life. So it is the functional unit, a basic functional unit of all living organism. Okay, so under the cells we have two types. We have the unicellular and we have the multicellular organism. So let's begin with unicellular organism are made up of only one cell. So example is bacteria. It means this since this is only unicellular, so basically these are the small organism or microorganism. So we can also call them microorganism. So yeah, like bacteria. So there are very many types of bacteria. Okay. So it is under the bacteriology, so study of bacteria. So it's one branch or study under biology. Okay, so we have multicellular organism begin as one cell, but adults are made up of many cells. So it means we grow. Okay, as we go back to the characteristic of cells, we have mentioned that we grow and develop. So this is one example. Okay, like human, and we have tree. Okay, that's why human and tree, plants and animals grow bigger or big because the cells are multiplying. Is the producing. Okay, so begin with one cell and then as they develop, grow and develop, it became many, and made up of many cells. Okay, that is multicellular. Okay, so uh, all living things reproduce. So we have sexual reproduction, combines the genetic material from two parents, sperm plus the sperm cell and the egg cell, plus we have the offspring or the baby. So seen in animals, mostly in animals and plants. So the other one is the asexual reproduction. So remember, the two types of production for living things. So the second one is asexual reproduction, makes a new organism using the genetic material from only one parent. So these are seen mostly in bacteria, in other plants, and some animals. Okay. Now, going back to the characteristics and go back again. Okay. So we stop on the reproduce. So we have, let's go to the third one, based on universal genetic code. We are talking about this one, the DNA, or this is the genetic code of a living organism, DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, it tells the identity of one living organism. Okay, number 4, we have the grow and develop. Okay, so we tend to grow, develop because of continuous processes in our body. Okay, the fifth one is obtaining used materials and energy. So we're talking about this from food that we eat, converting to energy. Okay, specifically when we say energy, it usually converts to ATP. That's the molecules, ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. Okay, and number 6, we have also respond to the environment. We have stimulus. We're talking about stimulus, the stimuli. Okay, the seventh one, number 7, maintain a stable internal environment. Okay, so it's automatic in our body system, especially human. We maintain stability. So that's why we have many functions of different organs. So they maintain the stability so that we are healthy, we are good. Okay, and as a group, change over time, evolution, we evolve. As time goes by, the changes of weather, climate, and environment, so we change also. We evolve. We tend to adapt to the environment. Okay, and then let's continue with the other characteristics. As I have said a while ago, okay, we have so as I mentioned a while ago, all living things share a universal genetic code, hereditary material. This is what we know as DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid. Segment of DNA with instruction for one protein is called gene. Okay, so that's the instruction for that. Okay, so so going back to this one, sexual reproduction. One example is plants, the tube of potato. So from one tube, it will become potato, another tube, it will become potato. Then from the onion bulb, from one bulb to another, it will produce another onion. Okay, and then for animals, examples, we have the starfish, okay, the sponge, the hydra, lizards, and amoeba. Okay, so for starfish, they have this the sponge in the ocean, they have this fragmentation. So they will release fragments of their body, and then these fragments will become a new organism. That is for the starfish, beetlefish, and other variation of starfish. Okay, we have also the lizard. Okay, so lizard is through regeneration, they reproduce through regeneration. So if accidentally or intentionally, for example, the tails of lizard cut or was cut, automatically we have the regeneration for that. Okay, so it will grow, reproduce to a new one. And then for amoeba, another one type of microorganism, the fission. So from fission, from one, for example, this is the amoeba, it will become to two. So one, this one become to two, becomes two. This one becomes two also. Okay, so from one, from amoeba organism, it become two. Then that two also be divided, it will be multiplied into two both. Okay, so that's okay for that. Okay, so next is okay, single cell organism. Okay, all living things grow and develop. In single cell organism like bacteria or bacterium, growth is mostly a simple increase in size. Okay, it's only increase in size but not multiply. Okay, compared to multicellular organism or cell, it reproduces, it also multiply, becomes bigger. Okay, so as I've said, grow and develop. One characteristic of living things, multicellular organism grow bigger by increasing cell size and increasing cell number. Okay, that's why we grow. People, we grow. No, baby, we have become as we grow older. Child, we have adolescent, adult. So we grow. Okay, the our cell develop, increase in cell size, and also, of course, in number. Okay, so this is the complete, a clear diagram of it. It multiplies, increase in cell size. Okay, so multicellular organism, okay, contain many cells, but many different kinds of cells with different functions. So here in my diagram here, in our diagram, different kinds of cells in our body, specifically in human, it has different functions for bone, skin, nervous system. Okay, the dendrites is the neurons, the liver, pancreas, muscles, heart, okay, blood vessels, okay, the blood cells, and also the kidneys. So these are some examples. Okay, and the process of changing embryonic stem cells into different looking adult cells doing different job or the differentiation. So each we go back here. This one has different function, different job in our body. In some animals also the same with this one. They perform different function. Okay, but they are all the same as cells. But functions they differ from the. Okay, so we have a picture here. So we have muscle cells, the blood cells. Also, we have bone cells and cheek cell. So this was obtained from one sample to demonstrate the different kind of cells. And here also we have the neurons. Okay, what makes them different is with genes are turned on or turned off. Okay, I hope you are jotting down some important notes, things that I have mentioned that will be helpful for you. Okay, and here is one trivia. It's the DNA is like a whole library full of books. Okay, we usually read this book, but reading only books are important for them. But they have only they have their own codes. Okay, in library they have their own codes, but all for reading to identify what is the that organism. Okay, so um, you can go back to other slides. So if you have questions, if you have some suggestion on my video sharing, you can comment down. Again, you can share, like and share this video. I hope it could help other people. Okay. You can write down your questions, and then I will answer that. So I can PM you. You can be friends in Facebook. Okay, and don't forget to click the notification and the subscribe button. Okay, so this is the first part, and for the second part of I will be uploading the second part of my video sharing about introduction to biology. So remember, we have stopped on the slide 16. Okay, because the uploading of the video should be only 15 minutes. But I try to make it more clear and clearer for the next video sharing. Okay, so we stop here. So we will continue here for the next video sharing. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope I gave you some clear and basic information about uh, introduction to biology. Okay, again, thank you, and hope to see you again for my next part 2 of this introduction to biology. Goodbye.